Let us consider another type of the junction, that is E-plane T junctions. In the E-plane T junctions, the construction details remain same. Only, so on the broader side of a slot is cut, and in that another waveguide is inserted. Now this is the internal view of E-plane junctions. So this is your port 3, and these are the lines which have been shown, electrical field lines of TE10 mode, and this is port 1 and this is port 2. The difference between the H plane and the E plane is that in the E plane you are feeding the signal to the port number 3, and this signal or the wave equally split between port 1 and port 2. But whatever the signal or the wave you are getting at the port 2, it is 180 degree out of phase with the port number 1. So this you can see in this particular diagram. Here, so the arrow mark showing that wave directions, and this is the arrow mark showing in the downward. So this itself is showing is that, so the two waves are out of phase with each other. Whereas in case of H plane, so these two waves are in phase. So therefore, for the E plane is considered S32 is equal to minus S11 and S33 is equal to 0 because you are applying the signal to the port number 3, no reflections from that. So therefore, S33 is equal to 0, and from the symmetry property Sij is equal to Sji. Then as you have done in H plane, so the S matrix can be written as S11, S12, S13, S12, S22 minus S13 and S13 minus S13, and so this value is going to be 0 because S33 is equal to 0. S33 is equal to 0. Then since based on all these particular properties, we can write it as S31 equal to S12, S23 is equal to S32, and this is equal to minus S31, and S31 is equal to S13. And so these are the equivalent values we are supposed to remember to further get that equations and to get the various input values and various output values. From the symmetry property of S parameters, Sij equal to Sji. Then we can write, so the S matrix as S11, S12, S13, and S21, S22, S23, and S31, S32, and S33. Okay. And this is the S matrix for E plane T sections. Now we know that for the E plane T sections, since S32 is equal to minus S31 and S12 is equal to S21 and S23 is equal to S32 and this is equal to minus S31 and this is equal to minus S13 and S31 equal to S13. So if you consider these particular factors and then replace the corresponding terms which are there in the S matrix for the E type of the T sections. Now S matrix for the ET section is given by S11, S12, S13 and S12, S22 and minus S13 and S13 minus S13 and 0. Okay, these matrix we are getting from this particular matrix by substituting the equivalent values as these equations. Now, from the unitary property of the S matrix or the S parameters, we know that S star equal to U. Now what we are supposed to do is that, so whatever the matrix you are getting it here, so this S matrix, I am writing it as it is here, this S star, so that is complex conjugate of this particular matrix, I am writing it here. Okay. Next what we have to do is that, so this row multiply by this column. So then I am going to get this equation, that is S11 into S11 star, S12 into S12 star, S13 into S13 star. So this value must be equal to 1. And then as you know from this particular property, okay, S12 is equal to S21, okay, and these things. Now here, so we can write it as S11 square, and this I can write as S12 square, and this I can write it as S13 square. Okay, so this value and this value and these values I can write it as S11 square, S12 square and S13 square. This is equal to 1, so I call it as in equation number 1. Next is the second row multiply by second columns. When the second row multiply by second columns, I am going to get S12 into S12 star, S22 into S22 star, and minus S13 into minus S13 star. So this value is equal to 1. Now this one I can write it as S12 square and S22 square and S13 square. So because here minus and minus is going to be plus, so that here I am going to get the plus sign. Or it as equation number 2. Then, so this third row and the third column, that is S13 into S13 star minus S13 into minus S13, and this is value is equal to 1. Here also this minus and minus is going to be plus, then I can write it as S13 square plus S13 square, so this is equal to 1, we will call it as equation number 3. Once you get these particular equations, so here you can see that S13 square plus S13 square equal to 1, so therefore 2 times of S13 square equal to 1. Okay, so then I can write S13 is equal to 1 by 2, root 2. That is, from equation 3, okay, from equation number 3, I can write S13 is equal to 1 divided by root 2. Then S1, then what you have to do is that, so this row you have to multiply by, so these columns. Okay, this third row and the first column, that is S13 into S11 star minus S13 into S22 star. So this 0 into S13 is going to be 0. So this value is equal to 0. Then here S13 is common, take S13 as outside, then it remains is S11 star minus S12 star. Now is equal to 0, then S13 cannot be equal to 0. Therefore, S11 star minus S12 star is equal to 0. Then because S11 star minus S12 star equal to 0, then I can write S11 star equal to S12 star. So then I can write it as S11 equal to S12. Now these values, now as here S11 equal to S12, so in the equation number 1, wherever S12 is there, you can replace it by S11. So then it is going to be S11 and S11. And already you calculate the values of S13 here. Now substitute these values in the equation number 1. So then I am going to get it as S11 square plus S11 square plus 1 by 2 is equal to 1. So this S11 square plus S11 square equal to 2 S11 square. 2 S11 square is equal to 1 by 2. So therefore S11 equal to 1 by 2. And also you know that this S11 equal to S12. And then S11 is also equal to S22. So S11 is equal to 1 by 2. So this is the value we got. And so this is S11 equal to S12. And this is another value we got. Yes, we have calculated S11 equal to 1 by 2. And this is equal to S12. And that value is also equal to S22. Now, from all the calculated values, substitute the values in the S matrix of this E plane. So when you substitute the values, so the matrix so looks like this. Then we know that B is equal to S into A, where B is the output, A is the input what you are applying, and S is the scattering parameter matrix. So this B, I can write it as B1, B2 and B3. and this S matrix remains as it is, and this A I can write it as A1, A2 and A3. Then, so this B1 is equal to this row multiplied by this column, P2 equal to this row multiplied by this column, and B3 is equal to this row multiplied by these columns. So therefore, so B1 equal to 1 by 2 times of A1, 1 by 2 times of A2 and 1 by root 2 times of A3. B2 equal to 1 by 2 times of A1, 1 by 2 times of A2 and minus 1 by root 2 times of A3. And B3 is equal to 1 by root 2 times of A1 and minus 1 by root 2 times of A2 and 0 into A3. Okay, so these are the equations we are getting. So from this particular matrix, and these are based on this basic equation B is equal to S into A. And we know that A1 equal to A2 equal to 0. So that means from the port 1 and port 2 we are not at all applying any inputs. And whereas for the port 3 we are applying the input, therefore that value is not equal to 0. Now, so in these equations, substitute the values of A1 and A2 as 0 and keep that A3 as it is because the value is not equal to 0. So then, so B1 equal to A3 divided by root 2 because, so this value and this value will go. Similarly, B2 equal to, so this and this value will go, you will write with minus A3 divided by root 2 and A3 value is equal to 0. And so B3 is equal to 0 because B3 is equal to 1 by root 2 times of A1 and minus 1 by root 2 times of A2. A1 and A2 values are equal to 0, so this term they get cancels, so therefore B3 equal to 0. Okay, once you get this equation, so B1 equal to A3 by root 2 and B2 equal to minus A3 by root 2. So what it shows is that when you apply the signal at port number 3, you are getting the output at port number 1, port number 2 having the same magnitude, but they are having out of phase with each other. Let us study the function of another type of the waveguide T. So that is called as magic T or the hybrid T. So this magic T and hybrid T is a combination of our ET and the HT. So far we have studied the properties and the functioning of ETs and the HTs. This is a line diagram of this magic T. So here this is your waveguide and this is a waveguide and this is also a waveguide. If you just consider only this part and this particular part, this is our H type of the T. Here you are applying the input and the input is equally divided between a port 1 and port 2. And if inputs are applied at the port 1 and port 2, so we are getting the sum of the values at the port 3. So therefore it is called as a sum arm. Now, if you leave this one, if you consider only this part and this particular part, now this is your E type of the waveguide T and it is also called as a difference arm. So because here if you apply the input to the port number 4, so the whatever signal you are applying, it is equally divided between port 1 and port 2 and whereas it is out of phase with each other. And if you apply the signals to the port 1 and port 2 and if you measure the output at port number 4, so the output what you are getting at the port number 4 is the difference between the signals at port 1 and port 2. So therefore it is called as a difference arm. E type of the waveguide T is called as a difference arm and H type of waveguide T is called as a sum arm because here the signals are added and here the signals are subtracted. And this arm is called as a collinear arm. Then regarding the function of this particular magic T, if you apply the input here at the port number 3, it divides, the input is divided between port 1 and port 2, but it will not affect anything on the port number 4. That means if you apply the input to the port 3, the signal will move in this direction and the signal will move in this direction and no signal will go to this. Second case is that now if you apply the input to this, okay, then the signal will move in this direction and the signal will move in this direction and it will not affect anything on this. At any time, whether you are applying the signal at port number 4 or the port number 3, so they will not interfere with each other, but only the signal will be passed between port 1 and port 2. I am repeating once again, whenever you are applying the signal at either at the port 3 or at the port 4, the signal will pass only through the port 1 and port 2, and the signal from port 3 is not going to the port 4, or from port 4 the signal is not going to the port 3. And if you apply the signal at port 1 and port 2, either it will come to the port 3 as a sum of the two signals, and it will go to the port 4 as a difference of the two signals. Now based on all these particular properties, now we can write it as S41 equal to minus S42, S32 is equal to S31, and S34 equal to S43 equal to 0, and S33 equal to S44 equal to 0. So S33 equal to S44 equal to 0 means, so this port number 3 and port number 4 are perfectly matched ports and there is no reflections are present in this. So therefore, so S33 is value is taken as 0 and S44 is taken as 0. Whereas 3 is the input port and 3 is the output port and 4 is the input port and 4 is the output port. Now, so these values we are using to simplify the equations. Now, as you can observe it here, we have 4 ports now, port number 1, port number 2, port number 3 and the port number 4. Now we need a 4 by 4 matrix to represent the magic T. Now write a 4 by 4 matrix in the S matrix form. In other words, we will try to represent this particular magic T in the matrix form using the S parameters as a 4 by 4 because we are having the 4 ports. Then S11, S12, S13, S14, S21, 22, 23 and 24, S31, 32, S33, S34, S41, S42, S43 and S44. Then from the symmetric property, we know that Sij equal to Sji. When Sij equal to Sji, so then I can write it as S12 is equal to S21, S23 is equal to S32, S31 equal to S13 and S24 equal to S42, minus of S41 is equal to minus S14 because of the symmetry property, and also S41 is equal to S14. All these equivalent values, so what you are writing for all the different values of whatever the S are here, so they are based on the basic symmetric property of the S parameters. Sij is equal to Sji. Now, in this particular S matrix, whatever the values are there, now these values are replaced by the equivalent values what you are getting here. Once if you replace that equivalent values, so the matrix becomes like this. Then S11, S12, S13 and S14. Then it is S12, S22 and S13 because in this particular term, so this value is equal to S13. Then S24 has been replaced by minus S14. Okay, you can look at here, S24 is equal to minus S14. So like this, other terms are replaced. When other terms are replaced, I am going to get, so this S matrix for your magic T. Once you get this particular S matrix, now we have to further simplify, so this particular S matrix to get the input values and the output values or the input signals and the output. Now, from the unitary property of S parameters, we can write S star is equal to U. Okay. Now, so the S matrix will write it here and its complex conjugate will write it here, and at the right hand side you write a unitary matrix. Now, S11, S12, S13 and S14, S12, S22, S13 minus S14, then S13, S13, 0, 0, S14 minus S14, 0, 0, and these values are the complex conjugate of this. And the multiplication of these two must be equal to U. Now next what you are supposed to do is that take this particular first row and multiply with the first column. That is S11, S11 star. So you can write it as S11 square. S12 into S12 star, I can write it as S12 square. S13 into S13 star, I can write it as S13 square. S14 into S14 star, I can write it as S14 square. So that value must be equal to 1. Similarly, the second row, second column, so I am going to get the values equal to 1. And similarly, the third row and the third column, and the fourth row and the fourth column. Okay. So then we will call this particular equation as equation number 3, 4, 5 and 6. Equation number 3 you are getting, if you are multiplying this matrix, first row and the first column. Equation number 4 you are getting the second row, second column. Equation number 5 you are getting third row, third column. Equation number 6 you are getting fourth row and the fourth column. Once you get these particular equations, then from equation number 5 and 6. So from these particular equations, 5 and 6, I can write it as S13 is equal to 1 by root 2, because here S13 square is there and S13 square is there. So S13 square plus S13 square, it is going to be 2 times of S13 square. 2 times of S13 square is equal to 1. So therefore S13 square is equal to 1 by 2, and therefore S13 is equal to 1 divided by root 2. Similarly here S14 square plus S14 square, so this is equal to 2 times of S14 square, so this is equal to 1. Therefore S14 square is equal to 1 divided by 2. Therefore S14 is equal to root of 1 divided by root 2. So from equation 5 and 6 we got these particular values. Then comparing equation 3 and 4. If you compare the equation 3 and 4, see wherever the equal terms are there. When you compare the equation number 3 and 4, so this is the equation number 3 I am writing and this is the equation number 4 I am writing. So here S14 square is there and here S14 square is there, here S13 square is there, here S13 square is there, and here S12 square is there, and here S12 square is there. So all these particular terms will go, we will left with only this term and we left with only this particular term. So that is S11 square is equal to S22 square. Then I can write it as S11 is equal to S22. So I will write it as equation number 7. Then from equation number 3, so this is your equation number 3. Try to substitute all the values what we are so far calculated. Equation number 3 is S11 square plus S12 square and S13 square and S14 squares. And here already you have calculated S13 value and you have calculated S14 value. Okay. Here what we are doing is that, so this equation we are writing it as it is. So the first term S11 we are writing it as it is. The second term we are writing it as it is, whereas S13 is there, S13 value is 1 by root 2, square is there, I am writing it as 1 by root 2 square, plus S14 value is 1 by root 2, square is there, I am writing it as 1 by root 2 square equal to 1. Once you write this one, you will try to simplify this and to get the other values. Now, from the equation 3, S11 square plus S12 square, here S13 square and S14 square is there. Now S13 and S14 values we have already calculated. Substitute those particular values in this and in this. Then 1 by root 2 square plus 1 by root 2 square, so that value is going to be 1. Then we left with S11 square plus S12 square plus 1. So because the value of this term is going to be 1. So this is equal to 1. Therefore, S11 square plus S12 square, so the value equal to 0, because if you take the 1 at the right hand side, that is 1 minus 1 is going to be 0. Therefore, S11 square plus S12 square is equal to 0. So therefore, S11 equal to 0 and S12 equal to 0s. Then from the equation number 7, already we calculated S11 is equal to S22. So this value is equal to 0. Then once you calculate all these values, if you substitute the values, so the S matrix looks like this. That is your for the magic T. And from the basics of S parameters, we know that B is equal to S into A, where B is the output, A is the input, and S is the scattering matrix. Now, so this B I am writing it as B1, B2, B3, B4, and this S matrix I am writing it as it is here, A equal to A1, A2, A3 and A4. Then we are supposed to get the output B1, B2, B3, B4 if you apply depending upon the whatever the input voltage A1, A2, A3, A4 you are applying. Now, so to calculate the B1, so the first row multiply by the column, then so B1 equal to 1 by root 2 times of A3 and A4 because A1 and A2 values are zeros. Similarly, B2 equal to second row multiply by, so this column, so B2 is equal to 1 by root 2 into A3 minus A4, and B3 is equal to third row multiply by this column, B3 is equal to 1 by root 2 A1 plus A2 because A3 and A4 are 0 here, and B4 equal to, so the fourth row multiply by this column, this is equal to 1 by root 2 into A1 minus A2. Now, if you look into this, so the output B1 we are getting, it is the sum of A3 and A4, and B2 we are getting, it is the difference of A3 and A4, and B3 we are getting sum of A1 and A2, and B4 we are getting A1 and A2s. So this is how, so this particular magic tree functions, and depending upon which port you are applying the input, either to the port number 3 or the port number 2, that is the E plane or the H planes, you are getting either as a sum of the signals or the difference of the signals. Okay. And this is all about the functioning of magic teas or the hybrid teas. In the next class, we will see some of the properties of this magic tea.